Welcome here to Auto Challenge, episode number 5. And this week, we started off by talking about our normal thing that we've added in, the one car, 1 minute thing. So later summer, first we'll be talking about the Subaru BRZ, and then I'll be talking about the Lamborghini Veneno. Then, after that, we'll head into our normal challenge, and this week is the special American Car Week. We had 1 week where we had Italian supercars, and this week it is American cars. Now we should have done American muscle cars, but instead we have American supercars. And the later summer we'll be telling you about the BRZ.
Alright, the BRZ. Now that's a cool car. Subaru has been making some really nice sports cars over the year. Anybody who's familiar with the WRX and the STI Big and Rally, WRX is a real good, fun car. If you want some speed, just get that turbo going in there. Really good, really fun. You know, and you got the Subaru. Subaru's got a real, following for enthusiasts. Especially if you get some other ones like the Foresters and the Outbacks and Legacies and whatnot. You especially see all the bumper stickers on there for some sort of social thing that they're involved in. But the BRZ is all about fun. This is all about a driving experience. It's the time that Toyota has bought into Subaru and has bought a piece of them, and they had a joint venture. So depending on what countries that you're in, you can get you'll see the same model with just a different nameplates and tags and stuff on it, whether it be a Toyota, whether it be Scion, or whether it be Subaru. Basically the same car. The real thing of this is different rear-wheel drive rather than the typical all-wheel drive that you'll find in the Subarus. So just the rear-wheel drive, which is classic among the old muscle cars and sporty cars, changing the handling rather than having that. So it kind of changes things up a little bit, makes it a little more fun, makes it a little sporty. Get in there and get into your corners, and that's just kind of what it's all about. It's not designed to be your typical little grocery getter soccer wagon that you get in the Outbacks and the Foresters and kind of
which you own one of.
And then going on out, going out hiking things. Just even if you need to go and just handle well in the snow and do a lot of other fun things like that. So with all the great reliability that Subaru is known for, this is going to be reliable. It's going to last a long time. But it's also a car that you're going to really like as the back end digs around. You just go into a nice corner and go in there. So it's a BRZ, a lot of fun. And again, it's not one of those things that's not going to cost you a boatload of money to have a nice, fun driving experience.
Here's another color that we have for you.
You can go out. I think it's a good-looking car. And again, you don't have to drop a lot, the 30s and 40s and 50,000s, 100,000s for a fun drive. You can do it for much less with the BRZ.
Right. Like usual, on our Auto Challenge, the Blader Summer picks cars of reasoning, cheap prices, good fuel economy, where I pick the exact opposite.
But hey, it's good fun for the money. All that stuff is just wasted.
And as you've seen in every single episode, I've either picked a supercar, apart from one episode where we had to pick hatchbacks. Besides that, I picked a supercar in every single episode. And also in our talk thing here, which is true yet again.
But Jeremy in Top Gear really thought the BRZ was a great, fun car to drive.
He liked the Toyota one better.
He flipped a coin with which one to buy. He didn't say he liked it better. He flipped the coin which one he liked better.
I know,
And also James May liked the TR6 in my last program. So if the guys from Top Gear, are you going to argue with the guys from Top Gear about cars they like?
Yes.
You are?
No.
No.
Hey, they also like the Ferrari 458 Italia.
Okay, what's this?
And the Huayra.
Okay, what's this thing? It looks like a Lamborghini, looks like a Ferrari, looks like...
Now, it's my turn to tell you about a car that I've picked and tell you about in under a few minutes. And this is the Lamborghini Veneno, which is made to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Lamborghini. This is their concept car, which will never be made into a production car, which is basically a super modified, powerful Lamborghini
shoehorn.
Aventador.
It looks like a 200-mile-an-hour shoehorn.
Either way, this is a fast car, obviously, and this is their one that they made. This is their actual Lamborghini one they're going to keep as their special one. And they have 3 other ones. They made a red one, they made a white one, and they made a green one. For obviously the 3 colors of the Italian flag, which people were actually able to buy them. Obviously the first 3 people to get them, and it was a special car, and it's pretty cool. As you can see right here, it looks pretty fast.
Did Taylor Swift buy one of them?
No.
No.
It does have a rival with the Ferrari and LaFerrari and the McLaren P1, which they had obviously made more of those 2 than Lamborghini had made that one in the 3.
And the 76 Ford Pinto.
Anyways, now, this part is where we come up to a few seconds where I'll say something that I liked about the BRZ, and the Blader Summer will say something that he liked about the Lamborghini Veneno. First I'll talk about the BRZ. I think that the BRZ is a pretty cool car. It's not that bad of a car actually. So the Blader Summer has made a good choice of a car to pick to talk about here. And yeah, it seems pretty cool. So it's cool to see them go down the road. And I've actually seen all 3. I've seen the Toyota, the Scion, and the Subaru version. Now it's time for the Blader Summer to tell what he liked about the Veneno.
The Veneno.
Veneno.
Veneno. Well, I like Italian food. No, I like no, actually anything Lamborghini, which is pretty cool. It was a cool car. It's a big thing. Big, expensive, fast cars. You know, it looks like a weapon. So again, this is always their Lamborghinis or Lamborghinis or Lamborghini. They're always what they are.
Right. Now, it's time for us to tell about the cars that we have picked for this week's main challenge of Auto Challenge. And in basically every single episode, the Blader Summer has taken a win. With the first one, he had won with the Aston Martin. The second one, he won with the Subaru Impreza. The third one, we had tied for the Italian supercars. And for the previous one, he won with the Triumph TR6. And now, we're going to find out if I can finally beat the Blader Summer. I came close in episode number 3, when we had our tie. But, see if the Blader Summer will finally have his awards that we have awarded him for winning changed, so that way we'll take the Blader Winter on number 5. So let's go into this with the American cars. So tell first about your Chevy Corvette Z06, and the other one that you have here to look at is the Ford GT, which is probably the best American car ever made.
Well, you know, it has the Ford GT does have its merits. It was made, you know, to kind of a slap for not being able to get, you know, to buy a company that makes supercars. No,
that's not actually what it was. That was what the one in the 60s was, which I'll... If you want to hear more about that one, I'll tell about that one coming up.
But the thing that we have here with the Corvette is the Corvette, first and foremost, is a sports car icon. Okay? This is the car that every supercar, I mean, they just went out there and they made this one. When Chevy made this back in the 50s. Okay? And these were the cars that people dreamed of the most. And actually, you think of James Dean. James Dean had his Corvette. And that's how they ended up dying, but he ended up having a Corvette. And that was it. That freedom, that wildness. Having the Corvette, that fast car. And later on, a lot of Hollywood icons. Peter Fonda with the Stingrays and things like that through the 60s and 70s. And as the Corvette had moved on, right, again, it comes up to its current time, the Corvette just kind of stands out as the symbol of what a sports car could be, what it should be. And it's the American, the quintessential American sports car. Okay?